Glazing. It's not the usual villain of the story, but every now and then it kind of creeps into the spotlight. I was running an upfront carbon assessment. Same process as always, tackling the big hitters: concrete, steel, insulation, building services. Start chipping them down, and then when the dust settles, glazing's just there. Not massive, but enough to make you pause, because once everything else has been cleaned up, it starts to look suspiciously irrelevant. So I go digging, hoping that maybe the industry's moved since last I checked. Maybe low carbon glass is finally a thing. Maybe I've been too busy looking at concrete to notice. Turns out that not much has changed, but the spin has never been shinier. The first thing I find is recycled glass. Now, it sounds great until you remember that float glass has to be basically pharmaceutical grade. No colors, no contamination, no reality. So most recycled glass is the wrong type, the wrong color, wrong country. So unless you've got a demolition site with pure double glazed unicorn glass, it's not going to work. And even if you do, good luck finding a processor that can actually use it. Electrification? Technically possible. You can melt glass using electric furnaces, but the temperatures, they're intense, and most manufacturers are still married to gas. It's what they know, it's what works. It's also not great. Few manufacturers are testing electric options. I mean, that's promising, but across the industry, fossil fuels are still doing the heavy lifting. Hydrogen? There's a pilot study in Europe. Well, exactly that, it's a pilot. Until someone's shipping container loads of this low carbon float glass made with hydrogen, it's a future scenario. It's not a current solution. At some point, the penny drops. It's not about finding greener glass. It's about not going full aquarium to begin with. Massive panes of glass, they look stunning on a render, but in reality, those panes of glass that open 5 millimeters, just enough to sneak a breeze in and whisper, "Good luck with your ventilation strategy." Sure, split them into smaller windows, you'll get better airflow, but now you've got more windows, more frames, more aluminium, and now more thermal bridging. Glazing gets sold as, I guess, a miracle material. It's let the light in, get those views, bask in the passive solar gains, like you're in an architectural brochure. But in practice, you're just building yourself an expensive solar oven with excellent views. You want daylight, but not so much that your furniture starts sweating. And you want ventilation, but not those oversized panes of glass that crack open like they're afraid of commitment. But meanwhile, carbon emissions are just ticking upward in the background. Now we need glazing, of course we do. Daylight, views, ventilation, they all matter. But we also need to be honest. Glazing is carbon intensive, and no amount of clever framing or green branding changes that. So until the supply chain actually shifts, and I mean full-scale, accessible, affordable production, the smartest thing we can do is use glazing with intent. Not everywhere just because it looks good on a render, but where it genuinely adds value, where it actually improves comfort, performance, and well-being. Because form matters, but so does function, and so does not baking your building or the planet. Yeah, glazing, think before you specify, or go ahead and build that luxury greenhouse. That's your call. Just don't say it's low carbon.